we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queens.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
In my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on their necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Emmett Till.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on their necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of Emmett Till.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your second morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, and also please double check to make sure you're still subscribed, especially if you haven't been receiving the notifications. Okay, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And also, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay. Hey, Claudette, Desmond, Pearly, Juju said, Queen, look amazing. Thank you, beloved. Priscilla, Brandslayer TV, Reggie, Anita, Troy. It can all be so simple. All right. All right. I like that name. It says, Queen, I love your whole song. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Okay. Stephen, V. Maltzby, Tawana, that crazy beach Aries, Desmond, Christine, Pearly, Hot Cocoa, Cherokee Descendant Dale, Terry Hartfield. All right. Said, Queen's Queen today. I love it. Thank you, beloved. All right. Juju said, low down dirty scoundrels know what to do. Desmond, Obsidian Blaze. All right. And so with that all being said, Obsidian Blaze said, I was unsubbed on this channel. Nefarious. You know it is, beloved. See how they do the Queen? It's all so crazy. All right. Anita, Stacy Quinn, all hell nah in the house. Nasia, Deronda, Danielle. Walaikum salam to you, beloved. Claudette, Brandslayer TV says, I made it black to the chat. All right, Timber Dan, Stacy, Scoop. All right, so let's get into it. My aunt Egypt, Tawana, Myth King, the Dean is in his house. All right, the Prince of Paraphernalia, Aboriginal woman. Juju says, ScrewTube, you liking the likes in real time. Okay, so let's get into it. Hey, Christine, I see you, beloved. Sarah. Okay, so shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. Let's get this party started. Now, before I get into what Shannon Sharpe had to say, and also I forgot, Corey Holcomb, I'm going to play some audio from him as well because he had a little something to say. Okay, with that all being said, let's first talk about this woman who got shots at Burger King over a burger. Okay, this is all crazy. This is all so crazy, including the Ferris. And I did mute the gunshots, okay? But I want you all to pay attention to this idiot who was there on the scene, and he was recording with his phone. But then when he heard the gunshots, he didn't call 911. And if he did, at least not right away. I don't think he called him at all. I think someone else did. Please pay attention.
Hey! They go up there. Oh, they go up there. Now we're going to get out of here. Go, please go. She dead. Come over here, this whole fucking oh, she going she got that fire. Oh, I'm getting that. Hey! No! Mama, you good? 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 Oh, shit. He shot it? Mama, you good? Mama, you good? Mama, you good? Take her out! Take her out! Take her out! No, if she did. How we doing? How we doing? You hit? Somebody call 911. You hit?
So walk me through, man. What happened? This is Friday, right?
Yeah.
Walk me through what happened.
Man, so crazy. At the end of the day, all I was doing was getting a burger. Like, I was eating. So, like, I come in here and I order my food. And then when I order my food and I get my food, I hear the people like, oh, man, these people been waiting an hour for their food. And then next thing you know, I hear the lady like, she
He say something about the girl private part. I say, ooh, they about to fight. I said, I got to record this.
Okay, I'm sorry, but he's a complete idiot. I know you all couldn't hardly hear what he said, but he was telling them what happened. But did you see the grin on his face? Who's grinning after just witnessing a woman get shot? Anybody getting shot. Why was he grinning like an idiot? So thrilled to clout chase and being on the news. And then he said, I said, yeah, she got shot. I got to record this. It's such an idiot. Okay. See, this is wrong. This is what's wrong with some of our people. This is everything that's wrong with some of our people. Okay. This is all so ridiculous. Juju said smiling harder than the Joker. Exactly. Claudette said looking stupid. Why do they put people like that on the news? Well, because they make all of us look foolish. That's what they do. They use that to paint narratives and make all of us look foolish. Terry Hartfield said, I probably would have been crying. Me too. And the first thing I would have done after I even heard the gunshots was start dialing 911. He's standing there. And then did you notice he looked out the window? Now, what you didn't hear was the gunshots because like I said, I muted them. But when he was looking out the window, that's after he heard the gunshots. Wouldn't you be running for cover, ducking low, not going to the window? That's just so idiotic. Some people are so ridiculous and stupid. It's just sad and pathetic, okay? But he sat there and looking out the window, and then he says, is she shot? Is she shot? And there was other fools in the background, too, asking her, are you hit? Are you hit? Did she get shot? The woman literally fell in the door. Of course she was shot. You heard the gunfire, and then you see her fall in the door. Do you think she would have done that otherwise? Like, what's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? How Kick Steve said he must be used to it. I guess he is. Khalid said we are desensitized. Yes, and it's very sad. Absolutely, it's sad, Claudette. Reggie said so sad. Okay, hey, 504 Nola. It's all ridiculous, honey, at the end of the day. I absolutely cannot with some of our people. And see, this is the problem. This is the problem. So caught up in drama and BS that you don't even bother to instantly dial 911. You're more concerned at seeing what's going on so you can keep recording. This is all crazy, honey. This is all crazy. Okay? So with that all being said, let's get into it because as I told you, Shannon had some interesting things to say about Mike Epps. Like I told y'all, honey, days ago, yeah, Mike Epps was clearly clout chasing. So please pay attention. All right, I'm going to play this audio. Everyone, please get the likes up. It's 2 different clips. We're going to start with the first.
To say something negative about him. I never tried to get Katt. I didn't try to get Katt to say anything negative about anybody. The reason why a lot of the interviews take so long, Usher was only an hour because his team that was talking says, look, he want to sit down with Unc. He loved the platform. He loves what Unc's doing for the community. He says he wants to sit down with it, but he only has an hour. No problem. Jonta, Brian, Mike, appreciate that. Usher team, thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. I know you're busy, so I appreciate that. But if you think about it, Ocho, the reason why my interviews take at least normally 2 hours is because I ask the question, I sit back. Very seldom do I ever interrupt the guest because I don't want them to lose their train of thought. Just go ahead and speak. I don't try. I'm Switzerland. I'm neutral. I don't agree. Right. I don't disagree with what the person is saying. That's their truth. I want the people that's watching on YouTube or listening, however you get it, Apple or Spotify. I think, is there any other way you can listen to it? Apple, Spotify, YouTube podcast. So however you consume it, you get to make your decision. And so they're like, I mean, even DL, and he was like, he said something when Mike Epps said what he said, well, this is what you get for being messy. How? How am I messy? I ask a question. They answer the question. I don't like, hey, man, did he do anything else? Did he say anything else? I asked the question. He answered. So we going back and forth in the DM. He says, bro, let's just have fun with this. I said, no. I say, tell me the fun with you lying on me, saying I'm gay, saying I cross-dress and I look like Ahmadiyyah. Tell me where's the fun for that for me. I get it for you. You get the key. You get the laugh. But tell me the fun in it for me. What I'm starting to see, Ocho, now, you remember Katt said it. He said, Shannon, he said, this is going to put you in a new realm. This is going to put you in a new stratosphere. He also told me when I got outside, and Jordan can attest to this, he said, they're going to come. He said, they're going to come. He said, because the people that I talked about, they have supporters and they're going to come for you. I just want you to know. He says, I want you to be prepared. And he said, it's going to some of them going to be people that you thought you were cool with, but you thought they were cool with you, but they're cooler with the people that I said what I said about. So just be careful. What I'm starting to see is that in our community, anytime a black starts to get money, he had to have sold out the community to get it. I sold out the community. Second of all, another time, anytime, a lot of times, not all, a black start to become a little successful, start to make a little paper, the first thing we say, oh, that ain't gay. Because they were, and like what they try to do is call into question, because in our community, even though they say somebody might say it, it's still kind of frowned upon. And it's frowned upon in a lot of communities. Right. But I don't know if it's treated as harsh other than the Muslim community than in the black community.
Yeah, but you know what? Even today, calling somebody gay, it really holds no weight.
Ocho.
It holds no weight today. It holds no weight. They got rules. They got places. Listen, they set a standard for them to where at this point, hey, you gay. Okay, and next. But that's not even an insult.
Here's the thing, Ocho. People will say, if you repeat something enough, why you think when people give misinformation, if I keep repeating, people will start to believe it's true, because a lot of people believe repetitions of a lie will make it true. So if he had just said it once, but he kept repeating it, knowing me, and I get it. My style is Hollywood. He was gay. Okay, that's his life. That's not mine.
Okay, so you all heard that. He said Katt Williams told him basically the hate's going to come. They're going to start coming for you. And some of these are going to be people you think that are cool with you, but they're cooler with other people that Katt spoke on. And this is exactly what we're now seeing. Now, all of a sudden, they want to say that Shannon is gay. What if he is? What's that have to do with the price of tea in China? And why are you concerned about it more, is the better question. But now they're starting to say that because not only did Mike Epps imply that, Corey Holcomb has implied that. And I saw someone doing a video this morning, and the woman was saying that she had receipts and proof that he is, saying that she knew the real reason why he fired his stylist, Hollywood. Well, he said that he fired him. He gave his reason for firing him, but she seems to think, oh, he fired Hollywood because Hollywood is gay and because Hollywood has been tied to some other famous people. And when things didn't go the way, and people in sports, okay, and when things didn't go the way he wanted, he outed them. He called them out and exposed them. So she's saying that's why Shannon fired him. First of all, she should have said allegedly. Because if that's not true, that's defamation. And Shannon could absolutely sue her. See, that's why people need to be careful what they say, okay? People be out here painting whole narratives and saying things that they don't even know if it's true or not, but it's just what they think. It's okay to think whatever you think, but what you don't get to do is just say it recklessly and not say alleged or, you say it as though it's a fact, okay? Because that's what I heard somebody doing this morning. With that all being said, like Shannon said, Hollywood being gay, that's him. That's his life. And like I said, even if somebody is gay, why is that the focal point of your discussion to try to disparage someone at the end of the day? But let's go to the second part.
That was it. So, and people say, well, Shannon's just, bro, to get tagged with that, and I ain't got no problem with gay. I'm just not gay.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of my exes reached out. It's like, Shannon, where does gay is coming from? They need to talk. But see, that's the thing. What do you get out of calling me gay? You feel good? That makes you feel good? Because you saying things on the radio behind your screen that you would never say to my face. What's the likelihood that Mike Epps would have said what he said to my face? Or any of these comedians that said what they said, they're not going to say that to my face, Ocho. You know that, I know that.
Yeah.
Now, when I said I was going to pull up, I was going to see him. He and I was going to have a conversation, and I'm going to say, okay, where did you get this from? Where are you hearing this from?
No, that's not the kind of pulling up we were doing, man. That's not the kind of pulling up we were doing.
Why am I gonna put my hands on him and mess up my money?
Hey, wait a minute. I went and got some black Air Force Ones and some Army fatigue. I was ready to go to Indy.
Nah, and that's the thing. Now, look, there's this one guy. He wants to come on my show, but I don't have any respect for him, and I don't think
who that.
And so I don't really pay any attention to him. And he keeps it going.
Who that? Who that?
The chat knows who he is. But I
was lost
that's
yesterday.
The thing,
I don't want to be lost today.
And so I said, Mike, we just need to have a conversation. And hopefully once we have this conversation, this thing goes to bed. I said, because at the end of the day, I'm a man, but I'm also a son, I'm a brother, I'm a dad, and I'm a granddad. And when my kid starts reaching out, okay, now we got a problem. You just saying what you saying. My daughter hit me up. Dad, where is this coming from? Now I got a problem because you got people involved. If it was just me and you, I got a grand. Now my grand gonna have to hear this. So I just need.
Kamusta ka, kaibigan? Are you fulfilled working more than 40 hours a week just to prove?
I just need to know what's really going on and why you feel that way.
Yeah.
And why you felt the need to say what you said as far as I reached out to you. Now everybody heard him say, I'm jealous. Katt didn't mention my name. But then you turn around and say, well, Shannon tried to get Katt to go in on me, but he wouldn't. Did anybody hear me mention anything about Mike other than I think I might have said, I don't know, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I said Mike was great in that role. Nobody else could have played Day-Day. I don't try to get my guests to go anywhere.
Right. But I have a question. What you have to understand for me, which is what I'm really good at, is obviously knowing all the comedians and understanding comedy in itself. Is how when I take anything that they do say with a grain of salt, because comedy.
Ocho, you're not going to take what they're saying about me with a grain of salt. Stop it, Ocho. What is joke to you is death to someone else. Everybody don't play like they play.
Okay, I know. Okay, you're right. But me as hilarious, funny.
So
my personality.
if he say a rail getting smashed by 15 dudes, you cool with that?
Mm-hmm. But there's no
how's it different?
It holds no weight.
You say that.
I'm just listen, stay with me now. It holds no weight. What you saying? It holds no weight, and there's no fact in it.
Comedy. Hold on. There's no what?
Let me finish. No weight in that.
Ocho, I know you. You're not gonna let somebody talk about rail. You're not gonna let somebody talk about your kids constantly. Lie on you.
Yeah, I understand where you're going. Stay with me, baby. I understand where you're going, but there's no need to get up in arms about certain things that hold no weight and hold no true face value.
Do you know how?
Somebody say, if that's the case, you let's stay with me. Every time somebody say something, you're gonna be ready to argue or ready to argue. You don't have to fight every fight. Some fights are not even worth listening to or paying attention to.
Our community is easily misled. That's why we're in the situation that we're in. We're not going to ever get out because why?
Can I ask you a question? Who cut your checks? Who in the community cut your checks?
The people that support us.
What can anybody in our stay with me? Who in our community can say anything about you that's going to affect your bottom line at the end of the day and you paying your bills?
It's the people in the community that support us. We have a heavy African demographic that follow us. Whites too. We got a heavy female, women that follow us.
They're gonna always support us, Uncle. The support's not gonna stop because of what somebody says. That's not gonna stop nothing.
Here's the thing: the joke is always funny, as long as it's not about you. And you see, you and I, we joke, but you and I have a personal relationship, and we know we keep it above the board.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I don't think I'm asking too much for somebody not to call me out of my name. I don't think I'm asking for too much for someone not to lie on me. Is that asking too much, chat? Is that asking too much?
But hold up. What about Mike? What about what he said about me? He said I look like a milk dud and I ain't got no eyebrows.
He got that for me because what did I call you? Milk dud head.
You call me milk
and
dud?
I call you what your head look like shaved monkey nuts.
Oh, and he talk about I ain't got no eyebrows. My eyebrows
Ocho,
right
come
here.
on, Ocho. I get it. I get it. You try to make light of the situation.
Listen, I know I'm trying to make light up because we don't need to be, going through this, but Mike still got to see me because now what we can't do is we can't set a precedent and we have a issue with somebody and then you and him talk and then everything be good. Then everybody else will think it's okay to try us. Now, at some point we got to stand on business.
You know what, Ocho? I think look, let me show you something. Like I said, my sister sent me this because, and I hate that I let her down. This is what my sister sent me. Let me find it. Where's that? Oh, here it is right here. She pinned. That was it.
Okay, so you all heard that. Now he said that Katt told him the hate was coming. I saw someone in the chat, I can't remember who, said Katt is clairvoyant like the queen. Right, absolutely. Okay. And so Katt predicted it. He knew it was coming. And you see, it goes back to what Kwame Brown has said numerous of times. And some of these people are in what they call the get-along gang. Okay, they're going to go along to get along with certain people, i.e. the gatekeepers. That's what some of them are going to do. And here's how you know these people are jealous. Many of them are jealous of Shannon because now they've started a smear campaign. Now they want to talk about his sexuality and question its manhood and all of that. And at the end of the day, like I said, if he is, why are they worried about it? Okay. Why are they worried about it? Now, let me answer this question. Because Drake H, whom I've never seen in my chat before, maybe you're a troll, I don't know, but I'm going to answer your question. He said, Queen, how do you claim the Most High God and support the gay agenda at the same time? Abominations? No, it's not an abomination as far as I'm concerned. You see, people are people at the end of the day. That's what they are. Do you not realize that some people are born this way? I know some of you don't believe that. I used to not believe it, but it's absolutely true. You see, we're all born with both masculine and feminine energy. And some of us are born with more feminine energy than masculine. And some of us are born with more masculine energy than feminine. And sometimes we may be the opposite sex of what energy we have more of. So there are some men who are born with more feminine energy. There are some women who are born with more masculine energy. Okay, that's how we get gay people. And at the end of the day, we also have something called hermaphrodites, where they're born with both of the sex organs. With that all being said, what do you call them? Didn't God make them? Are they abominations? Okay. And when they're born that way, the parents often choose at birth which one they'll allow them to be. In some cases, the parents make mistakes because sometimes that child born with both of them may have more testosterone or they may have more estrogen and the parent makes the wrong decision. So when they grow up and they were given what a young man would have, but their body's producing estrogen, well, then we would say that they're gay. And if they're born with the female part, or they keep the female part, the parent chooses to keep the female part and get rid of the other, what if they have more masculine energy? I'm sorry, what if they have more testosterone? So there's where you would say that that person can be gay as well. So with that all being said, beloved, yes, I support people's ability and right to choose how they desire to live. I don't have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with it. But at the end of the day, everyone has a right to live as they see fit. And if I am minding my own business and comfortable in my own self, I don't have to be concerned with who other people sleep with and who they marry and who they partner with. I don't have to be concerned with that. You see, it doesn't bother me because it's really none of my business. I don't have a habit of being concerned with other people do in their private lives. But some of y'all do. And that's because you're homophobic. And the question I have for you is, why do you care? And how do you feel that your life is any better than theirs? You see, we all sin and fall short of the glory of God, as I've said a numerous of times. And so if you want to say that people being gay is wrong, it's an abomination, what do you say about fornication? What do you say about adultery? Aren't those all things that have to do with sexuality and having sex? I'm sorry. Please make it all make sense. All right. That's what I have to say about that. I hope that answered your question. Beloved, I hope that answered your question. Naja said that was me that said that, Queen. Okay, beloved, about Katt being clairvoyant. Yes, thank you. Okay, so with that all being said, Naja said all sin is wrong. Exactly. Terry Lee King said, thank you, Queen, for speaking up for us. Love you. And I love you right black, beloved. I love you right black. You see, I'm not judgmental. And I don't sit here and scorn people because of how they choose to live. Because that's their own business. And as long as people are decent human beings, what they do in the privacy of their bedrooms, it's no concern of mine. All right? No concern of mine. And it shouldn't be any concern of yours. Drake H. Now, with that all being said, let's listen to what Corey Holcomb had to say with his homophobic self. Okay, with his homophobic self. I do not like Corey Holcomb. Okay, he talks disparagingly about black women. He's always disparaging black women. That's what he does on a regular. Okay, any black woman that would date him, be interested in him, you have to be insane or obtuse, one of the two. And I'm going to play what he had to say because he gave his opinion, even though no one asked for it. All right, no one asked for it clearly. So with that all been said, please like and share. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you.
You used to speak up for the brothers and sisters, Shay, but now I see what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of fruit booties that came on your podcast, boy. A lot of them. You got a lot of fruit booties came on your podcast. That's gonna come out soon through 5150. Ain't no coincidence you have a lot of fruit booties you interview. Who you think, dog, the streets' eyes is wide open, man. I'm telling you, you ain't fooling nobody. Shay.
I said, what I'm starting to see is that jealousy, hate, and envy is being disguised in jokes. I said, that's what I'm seeing. Oh, it's just a joke. He a comedian. I ain't never hear him call nobody else that. I ain't never hear him say anything else about that. I ain't hear him lie on nobody else's name. Why me? And people say, well, Shannon's just, bro, to get tagged with that, and I ain't got no problem with gay. I'm just not gay. Yeah. And I've had a lot of my exes reached out. It's like, Shannon, where does gay is coming from? They need to talk. But see, that's the thing. What do you get out of calling me gay? You feel good? That makes you feel good? Because you're saying things on the radio behind your screen that you would never say to my face. What's the likelihood that Mike Epps would have said what he said to my face? Or any of these comedians that said what they said, they're not going to say that to my face, Ocho. You know that, I know that. Yeah. And that's the thing. Now, look, there's just one guy. He wants to come on my show, but I don't have any respect for him. And I don't think he's funny. Yeah. And so I don't really pay any attention to him. If he keeps it going, the chat knows who he is.
Shannon Sharpe, you have not said, I am not a gay man. You have not said that. So let's just get that straight, homie. I got my eyes ain't like everybody else. You can't defer from what we talking about. It ain't like he said, I ain't no mother man who sleep with me, and you ain't said that.
Nobody said something about lies, right? It's on lies or something. What did he say? What was the exact words he used?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I could have sworn he said,
you get it together.
Lies or whatever. Okay.
The man ain't said, I don't sleep with men, homie. You ain't said that. You talked around that. Shannon, if you are a man who messes with men, I still love you, brother. I can't drag you to the stove.
Oh, stop.
But
yes, you could.
I still love you, brother. You still a black man. We all part of the cause. You can't come watch the game at a nigga crib. But anyway, this is what I'm saying. I don't see how we could ever stop joking about what it is, but I will do what I have to do to respect the brother. I don't want the brother to think I hate him. I don't.
It's just jokes, like you said.
I'm a silly motherfucker. Let me cool out.
All right. So I've heard enough. As far as I'm concerned, Corey Holcomb's an idiot. Okay? He's a homophobic idiot. Why does it bother him if someone is gay? And he's talking about you've had a bunch of fruity people on your shows. What if he has? What does that even mean? Why does that bother him? That's what you should ask yourself. See, people that are always going in about someone's sexuality, you have to question them. Because why does it bother them so much? Do they have something to hide? Are they on the DL? I have questions. I have questions, Corey Holcomb. Okay, because why does what another grown man does bother you? Why is it even your business? Why does it concern you in the least? And then he lied because he said Shannon never said he's not gay. He did say it. You heard him say it. That's why I played the audio. He clearly said he doesn't have any problem with being gay, but he's not. He's not that. So my thing is, please mind your business, Corey Holcomb. You need to be more concerned about your daughter, whom you don't get along with, and you called her a bitch, and basically wanted her to end herself. Okay, that's what he and Vino X said, why haven't we canceled him? Exactly, beloved. I hope no black women are listening to him. I hope no members of LGBTQ are listening to him. Okay, it's some black men who are going to still listen to him because they actually think some of the foolishness he says is funny. So go right ahead. But at the end of the day, he needs to be canceled. He needs to be canceled. And here's another thing. Let me say this. D.L. Hughley. Let's talk about it. So D.L. Hughley, who's also a whole hater as far as I'm concerned, I find it very interesting that Mr. D.L. Hughley, he had so much to say about Monique. And he said something along the lines, allegedly, about Shannon's podcast, Club Shay Shay. Basically says something about this is what he gets for having certain people on there or something. I'm paraphrasing, and I didn't hear this myself, but someone was telling me this yesterday. So here's the thing I have to say about that. DL is not the one to say anything about Shannon's podcast because DL, baby, you go on Vlad TV. You go on Vlad TV and you talk about people who look like you. That's what you do. And we all know that those of us who have sense, that Vlad is nothing more than a culture vulture and that he's an instigator. So it's funny to me how DL can sit there and have all the smoke for Monique, baby. But he can go on Vlad TV and Vlad can ask him things that are indicative of him trying to instigate things between other people who look like DL. And DL sits there and laughs and answers his questions. He don't give a darn. He don't get mad. He doesn't criticize Vlad. He doesn't say anything. So I find it all very interesting. You're starting to look like a whole raccoon, as well as Abe Lincoln. Please pay attention. Desmond said, you mean Daryl Lynn Hughley. Yes, that's his name. Thank you. Daryl Lynn Hughley. Thank you for the contribution, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings. Reggie said, no lies detected. That crazy bitch area said, Buck dancing for Vlad and Ish. Exactly. You're not going in on Vlad about anything that he says or does or how he instigates and tries to start mess in our community that he's not even a part of. So to me, he shouldn't even be speaking on. The same person who tried to go in on Taraji and said, basically mocked her for complaining about inequality of pay. Like her feelings don't matter. Like she should just take whatever they give her, whatever crumbs she's given, and sit back and shut up and be quiet. Yeah, acting like a whole plantation owner. That's what Vlad acts like. Okay, at the end of the day, I don't care that he dates black women. Yeah, for some people like Vlad, that's just a fetish. That doesn't mean that he isn't one of those people who clearly is racist. That doesn't mean that. Okay, please pay attention. So he sits up there and starts all this beef. The lovely T said, not Abe Lincoln. Yes, D.L. Hughley looks like a black Abe Lincoln as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely. And acts like a raccoon to boot. Okay, please make it all make sense to the L. Or shall I say Daryl Lynn Hughley, if you can. Reggie said Vlad needs to be canceled. He absolutely does. He absolutely does. And here's the thing, beloveds. If he doesn't get canceled, then we need to start canceling the people who look like us that go on his show. That's what we need to start doing. Stop tuning in. Okay? Please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let's continue. I'm going to move on to the next topic of discussion. All right. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance. Now, with that all being said, I'm going to show some clips of Emmett Till. Now, we started this, I do believe, on the main channel days ago on Monday. And I said I was going to finish up. Well, we've been talking about other things on there. So I'm going to, for Black History Month, show the clips on here. Now, this is a clip, I think, of the funeral of Emmett Till.
they said that about 1 in every 5 had to be assisted out of the building. They would just go into a faint.
I think Black people's reaction was so visceral. Everybody knew we were under attack. And that attack was symbolized by the attack on a 14-year-old boy.
As far as I was concerned, that wasn't him there. Yet at the same time, as confusing as it may sound, it was him. But I didn't accept it. I just, in my mind, I kept saying, I'll see him again, you know? And I guess to me it didn't happen, but it did happen.
$50,000 people in Chicago had seen Emmett Till's corpse. When the Black magazine Jet ran photos of the body, Black Americans across the country shuddered.
It was grotesque. I mean, it was just, it blew my mind. I couldn't sleep at night. It was traumatic for me for months. I mean, it touched us all.
Mainstream newspapers and magazines spread the story of the 14-year-old Black boy who'd been brutally killed for whistling at a white woman.
It stunned white America. Most white Americans at that time were saying things such as the Emmett Till murder had happened back in slavery times, that these kinds of things were not of their generation, that they no longer happened in America. And this said to them clearly, hey, it's right here, it is now.
Roy Bryant and J.W. Milam admitted having taken Emmett Till, but claimed they'd let him go. Now, with the eyes of the nation turning to Mississippi, the state appointed a special prosecutor and filed charges.
Formal indictment is that they did willfully, unlawfully, feloniously, and of their malice aforethought, kill and murder Emmett Till, a human being.
Scores of reporters descended on the Delta. Television networks chartered a plane to send footage to New York for the nightly news. The Associated Press fielded queries from Paris, Copenhagen, Tokyo. The Till case had become a major international news story. Under the glare of the spotlight, white Mississippians began to close ranks. Local stores collected $10,000 in countertop jars for Bryant and Milam. Every lawyer in the county joined their defense team.
People of the socioeconomic level of the two defendants in this case were obviously looked down on by the more aristocratic whites, almost with the same disdain that they looked down on blacks. But they were still white folks. And when push came to shove, the white community rallied in support of them against a young black person for whom they had even greater disdain.
The atmosphere among whites in Tallahatchie County and other the whole surrounding area was one of absolute scorn at the fact that these men were being put on trial for their lives. And the cynicism.
Okay, now with that all being said, you all see how they do, and they said every lawyer joined the defense team. Every lawyer joined the defense team. And basically, they were going to do everything they could to get them off. I want y'all to pay attention. So with that all being said, let's go to the clip of Emmett Till's father.
I just found out that Louis Till, Emmett Till's dad, was murdered in almost the exact same way as Emmett Till. He was a soldier in the U.S. Army who was stationed in Italy. He was blamed and tried in a martial court for raping 2 Italian women and killing a 3rd. Now, if you know anything about how we were treated in the justice system back then, it wasn't too pretty. So basically he was found guilty and then hung. And then the Till family didn't know anything about it. For the longest time, they knew nothing until his ring, LT, was sent back to the Till family, and Emmett Till wore the same ring when he was murdered. And when they found Emmett Till's body, that's how they identified him, using that ring. If you want a little bit more information, it's up above. Feel free to pause to read.
Now, and here's what they did to Emmett Till's grave marker.
In 2019, this historic marker memorializing the murder of Emmett Till was shot 10 times in Mississippi. And it wasn't the first time. The original sign was thrown in a river, and its replacement was shot 317 times. Why? This traveling exhibit, now at the Atlanta History Center, tells the story of Emmett Till and his impact on the civil rights movement. On August 28, 1955, 14-year-old Emmett Till was tortured and murdered in Mississippi. Born in Chicago and raised in Summit, Illinois, Till hadn't grown up with the same culture of fear that Black Americans felt in the South. In the summer of 1955, Till went to Mississippi to visit his relatives, and while at a grocery store, Till whistled at Carolyn Bryant, a white woman. That night, Carolyn's husband Roy and brother-in-law J.W. Millam murdered Till. Throughout the exhibit, you learn Emmett Till's story from beginning to end, his childhood in Illinois, the details surrounding his murder, the injustice in the trial, and the courage of Till's mother, Mamie Till Mobley, who fought to ensure her son's legacy was never forgotten. The Atlanta History Center added more context to this exhibit, not just to highlight Atlanta as the epicenter of the civil rights movement, but also to emphasize that lynchings like the murder of Emmett Till were common. The exhibit ends by commending the work of the Emmett Till generation, who led the fight for civil rights in the 1960s. As Congressman John Lewis said, Emmett Till was my George Floyd. He was my Rayshard Brooks, Sandra Bland, and Breonna Taylor. But as this vandalized sign reminds us, we have more to learn about the history of racism in our country and how it still exists today. Learn more at emmettillexhibit.org or visit a new exhibit about Till opening at the Chicago History Museum in 2024. In 2019, this is
Okay, so there you have it. At the end of the day, so hateful and low down and nefarious that they're shooting at a grave marker. Who has time for that? And why would you even do it? Well, clearly because you're a devil. That's what that is. Okay. Eric said she lied. She lied before she died and admitted he never did whistle at her. Well, she absolutely lied. She absolutely lied. And the author of the book, The Blood of Emmett Till, I think that's the name of it, he said that she confessed to him that she did it. But he recorded some of the things that she said, much of the things that she said, but he didn't have that on recording. And so, she didn't get into any legal trouble because of it, even though they later found a warrant in the basement of a courthouse or whatever. She got no consequences at the end of the day. None whatsoever. Okay. Lovely T says the hate is real. It absolutely is, beloveds. So with that all been said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Later today, I'm going to be live on the spiritual channel for everyone, and I'll post something I'll have something for the members as well. So with that all been said, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace. With that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got